What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode 17. Lucky number 17. Is 17 really a lucky number, though? Is that
I've
like a
never heard
thing?
it.
I missed
Look,
mine
I've
16,
never-
so I missed mine.
Last week was, I felt like 17, it was partially a lucky number for some reason, but it's really like lucky number 7. But yeah, episode 17, baby. We're doing this here. So we got a exciting week, man. We're going into our second Pro Tour event. We can talk about a couple different things going on. Is Goose a choke artist? What? Oh, do we need to bring that up? Can we talk about Queen Tatar coming back over to the States? Like, there's a lot to bring up and to discuss. And also, Matt has got a fun segment for us tonight where he's going to read some discs off to us, and we're going to try to guess the flight numbers. All right, what's going on in the world of disc golf, everybody?
I have the sickest tournament on Saturday. So it is not PDGA sanctioned. It's a non-sanctioned tournament. It's also flighted. So if you've never done a flighted tournament, you play, it's a 13-hole course. We play one round of 13. Based on that round is like a seeding round, and then they split it in divisions from that. And then you play the second round, and then all of the flights but the top flight are done, and you get cash payout. And then the top flight, the final 4, there's a final 9, and it's in this tiny town in Alabama, okay? And they have a festival going on this weekend. And if you win this tournament, you are presented by the mayor with the TaylorMade Festival Championship blue jacket. So high stakes over here. I am so pumped.
That is pretty awesome, though.
That's actually sick, dude.
You actually get a jacket?
Yeah, you get it presented to you by the mayor. He puts it on, man.
Damn.
It's our version of the Masters.
You got to snap that.
Yeah, bro. If Taylor walks on just wearing one of those jackets next week, bro.
Oh yeah, next week you just see me rocking the jacket, full like shirt and tie, just like.
Do you get to keep it?
I think so. I'm not positive.
Oh my gosh,
but I
you got to
think
bring
so.
that to Charlotte. Good Lord, that'd be awesome.
I mean, there's
That is
definitely
sick.
some at least if not over some 1,000 rated players there. So I'm not saying it's unlikely. I'm not saying it's out of the cards, but maybe I just catch
pop
fire.
off, brother.
If you are keeping up with my YouTube, I am playing incredibly at that course right now. So we'll see what happens.
Popping off.
I also have a tournament this weekend. Also unsanctioned, 2 rounds, but it's a doubles tournament. And I swooped just probably one of the best local players in our area because he forgot it was happening, and I just shot him a text message. And so much so that the tournament director texted me after we signed up and said, "Dang, you're really going for it all this year, huh?" And I said, "Heck yeah, brother." But I played on him. The CTR I was at 2 weeks ago or so, he was on my card. He can throw really far. He's a really good player, but I don't know. He should be far higher rated than he is. But
Who's that guy?
he's that guy. No, he should be. But I figure between my putting and his distance, we might be able to make something happen. We'll see. But yeah, that's all for me.
Did you ever read the book The Freak, the Mighty back in middle school?
No, brother.
No.
I've never heard of that.
It was these 2 guys that like became friends in school. One was a really short guy. The other guy was really, really tall. And the tall guy used to bully the little guy, but then they became like good friends and they made like a perfect pairing. I just thought about you and that guy.
This could actually be the case because he's also pretty tall.
There you
So
go.
it both directly works and might work in this.
Freak
Yes,
the
sir.
Mighty. You'll have to, if you win, you'll have to put that on your Instagram story. Freak the Mighty did it.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do. I'll make it happen.
Yeah. Corey, what is going on, man? Where are you in the world now?
So I'm back in Tennessee.
Shocker.
Yeah, it should be my last time. Actually, tomorrow I should be leaving. But yesterday I got to play in Columbia, which is like an hour south of Nashville. And I got to tell you, my putting, I don't think I've ever putt this good in my entire life.
Really?
Yeah, to the point where I also have a tournament. It's Sunday. And if I putt like this, I can win every division all at once.
Wow. First time ever.
Like
PDGA history.
I had like 5 or 6 50-footers that I just threw up and immediately knew this is going in.
Bangers.
So
Do you guys remember we did the trivia
And
question
then
of
this
like, would
is
you rather throw like 600 feet or make everything within 100? Corey just unlocked his ability to make everything.
He
within
said throw
100.
everything in from 250, so
Dude.
it looks
Yeah.
like he is.
it was awesome. So
That's such a good
I have a
feeling.
tournament Sunday. The course is incredible. There's like a river. There's every kind of disc golf that you could think of. It starts off like wide open holes,
Love
just
it.
bombers. Then it goes into the woods. Then you're throwing off of like a cliff. Then you're throwing next to a river. Then you're throwing like from one side of the like basically over a ravine. Like it's intense. I'm playing MA2 though because one, there was no one in MA1, and that doesn't really sound fun to me.
Yeah.
And two, MA2, you get to play longs and then shorts, which just sounds like a blast.
Yeah.
All my buddies are playing in MA3, so it's just gonna be a fun time. But I'm stuck in Tennessee until further notice right now.
And real
Also,
quick, what are
this
you putting
purple-
with? What are you putting with the putt so well?
Oh shoot, it's holding my the
it is.
2022 putter of the year, the Birdie Marble.
Yeah. I mean, you've really
Sorry,
started a
it's
trend. I
also-
mean, you've got another trendy YouTuber who's made it his putter for the year as well.
Who would that be?
I do got to point out too. I watched that video today and was thinking about it. I literally, since the Joseph conversation, I've woken up every day just waiting for Corey to ask me like, "Hey, can you film an excerpt of like you saying this?" And I'm just like, it's gonna be the best day of my life when the call comes. I'm just waiting on it to come in. You know.
Oh, are you talking about like a cameo for one of my
Yeah.
videos?
Yeah.
So I'm waiting on one person that's supposed to be sending me a cameo. And then I will figure out another funny one for you. But yeah, that day I literally I was filming that video and I was like, just unleash the powers of Joseph. And then I immediately messaged him and I was like, hey, is there any way you could just film this little clip? And he sent it over WeTransfer. I was just gonna ask him to like send it over Instagram. And yeah, he's like, dude, of course. And then he did, yeah.
That's amazing.
So that was fun.
That's
What
cool.
about you, Tyler?
Dude, there is nothing going on with me in disc golf at this moment, unfortunately.
All right, cool. What else do we have to talk about?
I am my daughter's birthday was this past weekend, and then this coming weekend my wife is going to be gone all weekend, kind of, and be doing something with a bunch of women. So I'm on dad duty this weekend, but on the next week I'll talk about my tournament that's coming up that I'm feeling really, really good about. So yeah, nothing with disc golf. I'm just consuming disc golf, unfortunately, right now, and playing dad. So that is my daughter just turned 2 yesterday. So yeah, I feel really old. So and what's crazy, not crazy. Actually, let me ask you this question, okay? Because I know my family's not going to watch it, so they're not going to get mad if I say something wrong. My cousin just had a boy on Sunday, so a day before my daughter's birthday. They named him Lincoln. Wait, how do I say? Lincoln Murphy
Nebraska.
Mason. So they spelled Lincoln like Lincoln Park. Thoughts?
Why?
Thoughts?
Like literally a why, but why?
I mean, you know how like every girl in the world has like a note of like all the children's names that they think are really nice and they like are preparing for. I knew a girl in college that was just reading through this list, and I'm not kidding you. On that list was Bluebell Spirit.
Wow.
What?
So hey,
Blue.
dude,
Bro, we're
do what you
we're
gotta do.
trying to ruin kids' lives here.
I just, anyways, it was funny though because my parents came over last night to just like have dessert and give my daughter a gift, and I was trying to, and you know, I've said on the pod that I'm having a son, and I started to build up the story how like we wanted to choose a unique boy name, and we liked Parker, but it just seemed too long, so we just wanted to go with Park. And so I was gonna see if they made the connection with like Lincoln Park, but my wife ruined the joke, so Dolly didn't get it. But yeah, I don't know about the name. I'm gonna have to really ask him about it. But they're just got home today from the hospital, so I wasn't ready to text like my cousin's husband and be like, "So tell me the origin behind the name," and go down that road. It'll be like in a month or so. I'll be like, "So like Lincoln, that's an interesting name. How did we find that one?" And then maybe I'll get an answer. But I've never heard that name ever. It's spelled that way.
Big
So
Linkin Park fans.
yeah, Murphy is my it's a family name. It's my mom's maiden name, or it would be her mom's maiden name. So they use that for a middle name. But yeah, I mean Lincoln Murphy Mason. That's a mouthful. So anyways, moving on. So this week we have a lot going on, but we also want to reflect on what happened last week. And so we got to bring up the Memorial Tournament that happened this past weekend. Gannon Bird took it down, shooting a 36 under, beating Aaron Gossage by 2. And in the final round, Gannon shot 7 under, and Aaron Gossage shot 2 under. If you watched his final coverage, you see why he shot 2 under. I won't ruin it for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. Anthony Barella shot 29, and Paul Ulibarri came in 4th and shot 28 under. So some pretty good scores. AB also shot a 17 under at Fountain Hills. And it was a 11, what was that rated round, Matt? 11 what?
11-14, I believe.
11
13,
13. It looks like it got updated. He birdied all but one hole, which was the very first hole. And that was because I think he went into water.
I think he went OB.
Yeah.
Like I think he had a 2 on every one of them.
Yeah.
Was an OB stroke.
Yeah, I think he went in the drink and then he drained the putt. And then I think he actually went 18 consecutive birdies because he played the 3rd round, birdied the first hole, and then parred the 2nd hole, and he missed that one. But then all of a sudden they had some real trouble because the wind was really bad in the 3rd round. So anyways, I talked about this early on when I introduced the episode. Are we legitimately starting to get concerned about Aaron Gossage not being able to close out these tournaments?
Perhaps. I gotta watch the final round. I haven't gotten a chance. Bro, no.
Y'all are crazy, man. I haven't watched any coverage. I can tell you what happened. He missed every putt low and smacked the cage 18 times. Like, the man cannot putt in pressure situations. I hate sensationalist takes like this guy's never going to win because he had a bad tournament. But like, he's been in position to win the biggest tournament, A tiers, pro tours, and he just destroys the cage every time.
Yeah, yeah.
So Matt, you're saying you think he is a choke artist?
I just think he's not a good putter, and occasionally he's a decent putter, or for one round he's a decent putter, and then he just fails everywhere else.
The thing is that I've heard about his putting is that the biggest thing he said is, I don't know if he's really changed much, honestly, because when you look to the Memorial coverage, it doesn't look much different than last year, other than the fact that he said that he's focusing on slowing down his stroke to kind of help him out. But when you get into those moments where it's pressure situations, I mean, you can't control that. Like, their nerves set in and you get the quick stroke going. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what it's going to take for Aaron Gossage to get a win. So it's sketch. It's really.
Would Andrew Marweed and Aaron Gossage be the best doubles team of all time?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Aaron Gossage is so good at throwing the disc, bro. Maybe he should just scuba everything in, bro. Fully commit to something different. That might.
I do think. I mean, we've said this about Evelina. I do think it would be kind of beneficial for the take a different approach to playing a little bit. Just switch it up.
He is on team with Paul Macbeth, so he should be able to get tips whenever he wants.
And also Ulibarri, I mean, he was number 3 last year in C1X putting.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
also
meant
true.
because Paul helped Evelina. So
I know. Supposedly.
Supposedly, yeah,
May-
I was gonna say.
Hey, there's
Maybe
two
don't
sides of
putt.
the Paul help coin. We've got Paul as a caddy and Paul as a coach.
Maybe don't putt holding it like this.
Who does that?
That's what it seemed like Evelina was doing
Yeah.
beforehand,
Oh.
because she was just kind of like just not. I don't know.
Thing. Yeah. Yeah. It's
I don't know.
but-
I think he can win. I think
yes.
he just is coincidentally hitting rough spots when it needs to count.
Whenever he wants.
Was
to.
was
So he just
Memorial
doesn't want to.
windy? Wasn't the last round of Memorial really windy or something like that?
Not as bad as the third round, honestly.
Okay. 'Cause I was gonna say maybe
it was
he
just
was trying
putting.
to hit the faster putting because of the wind, but I don't know.
Yeah, so what's crazy to look at, if you look at his scorecard compared to Gannon's, like there's 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 10. On holes on 4 holes, the Gannon went 3 under on. Aaron Gossage went 10 over on those 4 holes. So, I mean, that's just like unbelievable separation right there on those.
I just looked real quick because I was curious. Last year, using UDisc stats since they're available, but last year for this 2023 season in UDisc stats, he is 7th in Circle 1 in regulation and 307th in Circle 1 X putting.
Yeah, jeez. Yeah, I mean, he's the male version of Evelina. Not as bad, obviously, but I mean, the guy. I mean,
Griselina.
I was just talking about it with somebody today. I was like, I don't know if anyone throws it better than Aaron Gossage right now. I really don't. Like backhand and forehand, both sides of the plate.
I feel like him
But-
in their own world,
But
especially
you
forehand. Like both of their forehand power is insane.
you got to be able to make this putts. I mean, I don't know. I guess we've seen it from like Silas Schultz. Like he's one of the best backhand throwers as well, but dude can't putt at all. Like, if you watch the first round coverage, Silas Schultz missed like a bunch of putts that like were pretty close, and it's like yikes, you know. So
What about
yeah,
like Drew Gibson too? I mean, like when
Yeah.
Drew could actually make a putt in that run in the Pro Tour Championship. What was it, 22 when Nathan
22.
Queen won? He was
Yeah.
like actually making putts, and you can see like the potential. All of a sudden, he's top 3 guy in the world because he can make a putt.
it might have
I
been
think-
21, but yeah.
I think
Anyways,
Goose is the same way. Where like he has the potential to just skyrocket into like top 3 probably world ranking. He can hit circle 1 putts.
or he was staying at Ricky's house.
This is very off topic, but why don't they ever do like long distance forehand?
What do you mean?
Like a distance competition?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because I'm curious who would actually be in the rankings. Because we have like good forehand players, but are they like bomber forehanders, or are they just really good at like accuracy?
That would be interesting to see.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But it went. That's yeah. I mean, max distance is the distance competition, but I would love to see forehand as well, and I would love to see like how hard they're throwing the disc as well.
Overhand distance competition.
Yeah.
Out there with like an aerobic
Dude.
epic.
I think Jake Wolf can actually throw it the furthest, but he doesn't get like enough recognition. Like he throws some crazy angles on forehand.
Mhm.
I mean, that guy. Could,
What if he went into the actual like long distance, like the one that AB
Just started
won,
throwing
but
summers or thumbers.
but he's throwing thumbers trying to get there.
Yeah.
Dude, I've seen him throw some gnarly. The amount of hyzer he has to throw understable discs on to make sure they don't go all the way up and turn over is like he's cocking his hand back like this, and then he's like pivoting it up. It's crazy, dude. But unrelated, it would be sick. But yeah,
Yeah, just felt like we had to talk about that. Do any comments about AB's 17 under round? Is Fountain Hills kind of a joke for ratings?
Yeah, probably so.
I think
Mhm.
someone was saying that a 17 under at Northwood Black would rate lower than Anthony Barella's 17 under.
Didn't James Conrad throw some dumb score at Northwood Black too? Like he threw like
So
13 or 14. It was like
I know
14
Calvin
under.
had the course record for a while, something ridiculous. I honestly think a lot of it comes to do with the field too. Like the field, the go potential to go OB on like almost every hole just sets up for that course to rate.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing about that course though is it's high risk, high reward. So like there is potential for like bad things to happen, but like also it's shorter distances where you can execute. So
And especially the bad things that can happen are always OB. Like if you're off 5 feet, you're out of bounds on.
yeah, I honestly wish the Pro Tour would embrace that for creating their courses. So I mean, I think a lot of people. I shouldn't say that a lot of people. I've heard a lot of people didn't like the way the baskets were positioned at Throwdown the Mountain. Like Simon hates that kind of style apparently, but I think it's great. Like it's the same thing in ball golf. Like in ball golf, like the way the pin is located on the green, it makes you have to hit the ball in a certain area for you to be able to tack the hole. Like you always want to be on the low side of the hole to attack it for putting. That way you have a better chance at like going for birdie. And it's the same thing in disc golf with putting it on a hill. Like if you don't land it on this side of the hill, then of course you're going to have a nasty putt. So I wish we could see some of that style be more effective with creating courses and placing baskets on courses, and that only change with course design over time as well at courses. So you also need some undulation to kind of do that as well. So
Yeah.
Matt, do you experience that where you are? Because you live in a pretty hilly area. Are baskets kind of hidden on some hills or guarded on some hills at all where you are?
Yeah, I agree. Robbie's in the chat right now. Tricky greens all day long, dude. In my head, the best courses I've played are ones where it's
Yeah.
not did you get to the green, it's where did you get to the green at. And like
Yeah.
up here, I don't think it's intentional course design by any means, but it's just course designers. There are literally just hundreds of trees and hills. Like where you place it is so important. On like a good, like I was filming random shots the other day where it's like there's open holes and wooded holes where either the trees are making you place it really well or just the hills you're on are making you place it really well. So I think it's important, and I think it makes the game better. I don't know. If Simon hates it, Simon hates it, but it's super fun in my opinion.
I never think it's a bad thing to have to think about a putt, like to think about how you're approaching the green, what kind of putt you want. Like I think that's something that's like severely missing in disc golf right now at the top level. You should have to think about when you have an approach shot, like I want to miss right here because I have a putt there, and if I miss left, it's going to be 10 times harder to make 20 foot.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I got the only birdie. I played with like two other guys today who've both played the course a lot of times. I was the only one with a birdie on this par four because I placed it to the right of the basket. So I had a putt like along the hillside versus they placed it above, whiffed it, and went into the creek below. And it was like, it was not because I was a better player. I just decided to consciously make that choice, and they didn't.
And that's where that course management comes into play more with disc golf, which I want there to be more of. Like you have to be conscious of where you place the disc, and I feel like Throw Down the Mountain really showed that. Like if you didn't use a certain disc on a certain shot, like you're kind of in trouble, or you weren't in the best position A. And I think that's what like makes ball golf, so much. How do I say this? Without I just gotta say it. I think ball golf is so much more superior than disc golf in the sense that like you have to think like if you hit a shot that's low trajectory, it could run out into off the fairway into the rough, whereas you want to use in the same sense in disc golf, it's you want to use a slower disc so it doesn't have a longer carry, which is what they were experiencing on certain holes. So yeah, sorry, Robbie. I know I was clapping back at disc golf there, but like I didn't know how to. I mean, I was just trying to explain it. Like, there's certain discs and certain clubs you use to make sure you manage like what your misses. And so, anyways, yeah. Go ahead,
I
Taylor.
think disc golf's missing a lot of that. Yeah. Makes me think about like there's tiered trouble in golf, right? Like if you hit the fairway, perfect, you're doing great. If you're off into the rough, like I can save this, but it's way harder. And then there's like a true like you can run into a situation in trees or anything where you're having to scramble or hit, a punch shot, something like that. I feel like disc golf a lot of times like all or nothing. Like I'm in the fairway, I have a shot, or I'm like completely screwed and have nothing. And I think skill expression would be shown a lot more if there was more tiers to that trouble. Like if you're throwing in tall grass and you don't have the best run up, a good thing I have a good standstill and I'm Corey Ellis and can bomb a buzz 400 from here and still be very accurate. I think it would showcase a lot more skills if we had more tiers of trouble where it's not just like, oh, Ricky's sick at scrambling so he can throw a forehand from anywhere, and otherwise he's just in the fairway and just as good as anyone else.
Yeah, like a perfect example in my mind of a course we used to play, which was Wild Horse, where it was hole 18, where it runs that fairway across, and you have that small sliver to where, like, hey, if you want to be in position A, you have to be able to throw a certain shot to this point, and it's like that higher risk, high reward. More of that we have in disc golf on courses. I think we're going to start seeing players like really excel because the amount of IQ, disc golf IQ you need to have to attack those courses and play it well, that's going to really show like your skill set, I think, in my opinion, if you can break down a course that way. So all right,
Robbie has a follow-up question for Taylor here. All or nothing is a fantastic description, Taylor. Do you think it's why pitch and putts for AMs feel like they almost play the same as Pro Tour courses for the top folk?
Yeah, I mean, I think to an extent, like obviously there's more difficulty there, but if you're Anthony Barella, you can throw it both ways 500 feet on a dime if your game's on. A lot of courses become a pitch and putt. Even if you stretch the courses out, you can make them as hard as you want. I think there needs to be more intrinsic difficulty than just distance because we're producing players that are good enough to where that almost, I feel like we were trying to almost tiger proof courses and just make 500 foot par threes and be like, oh, nobody can throw it that far. People can throw it that far now, so we're gonna have to come up with a different solution other than distance to make things harder. And I think that a big reason that I got really hooked into disc golf in the Pro Tour scene early on was it almost felt way more attainable than golf as well. Where like now that's kind of gone because I can't throw 550, which I still will love to see those players do the things that they do. But I do feel like we can showcase more skills than distance. And right now the Pro Tour is, if you can throw far, you're going to have a decent day for the most part, which I do think Throw Down the Mountain was a good example of that. There was a lot more shot shaping, low ceiling type of shots. There was a lot more skill expression than, most of I feel like all the golf courses get a bad name, but it's an easy way to group in a type of course together of just, here's some wide open fairways. Here's a 500 foot par three, throw it long.
Yeah, no, and Eric Oakley was just talking about this. He was doing a practice run of Waco with Bonanza, and he was like, they're just making it longer and longer. Like that's their solution right now to make the courses more difficult or play harder. Is we just keep pushing back the distances. But yeah, I would be curious if that sentiment was the same with other Pro Tour players, or if it was only the same with Pro Tour players who don't necessarily have a ton of distance. Yeah. Because that would just be an interesting discussion, like to see are they thinking the same thing or not. But no, I definitely see it. I think it makes sense, Taylor.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think we really talked about. Maybe we did talk about this last week, but like on a scale, on a grade scaling of A to F, what would you rate Throw Down the Mountain in your opinion as a viewer, or maybe not just a viewer, just a fan of disc golf? How would you rate that course for the Pro Tour?
I'm gonna say
I'd give it a B.
B plus. Matt, what do you think?
Yeah, probably right around a B plus. I think I thought it was really cool. So B plus or close to an A.
I'm actually going to give it a B minus just because visually it was hard to really see all the lines and everything on the camera. So if they figured out a way of showing the lines, because they would throw it and it would be around this tight corner and I couldn't really fully appreciate what they were trying to do with the camera angles. Now, again, I know I just asked about the course, but as a fan watching it, It was just slightly difficult. I love the idea of what they're doing around the baskets. I love the difficulty. I love the placement shots. So, yeah, that's what I got. Corey,
Yeah,
what's so funny?
My only complaint was that it was kind of hard to fully understand like the lines that were being at times,
Yeah.
especially like on the live coverage.
Yeah, and I pulled up the caddy book to look, to see, and I was like, oh, it doesn't look so bad, but then it looks completely different when you see it on the screen. So, Corey, what are you laughing about?
All right, so I don't know if you can hear me, but my idea is, you remember Wii Golf?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So whenever you would hit it, there was a little map in the corner, and it would just show like where you went down the fairway. They need to do that so that you could at least tell, like just have the Pro Tour map, and just have like a line go.
I think GK
okay,
Pro
they're right
did
there
that for a while. But there was some
Really?
post-production company that after like the whole recap and they showed the scores, they would show like lines drawn on like a whole map of where like how each player played the holes. It was actually really cool.
I'm talking like
Oh yeah, you
not
mean like
live, but
yeah,
like
kind of live.
yeah.
Run that
so
thing
like
on a 2-minute delay.
basically, if there's if there's like a general area of the fairway that most people hit, just have the line like automatically, like not the exact flight, but like, okay, they're right there.
Like you could hire somebody with a tablet real quick to just have the course map and just like draw. This is roughly like, where the shot ended.
Or you just take an image of the caddy book and you can have somebody put like a little dot like right where they think they are.
Get the telestrator out, get Chris Collinsworth up there drawing on the screen.
Yeah, but the movement is the cool thing that you want. So
that would be wild. That would be.
Robbie says Jomez did it for a little bit last year after tee shots too. So I guess we messed with it.
I remember that, but it was like a
Wii
couple.
Sports version. Let's get that Wii Sports version that Corey wants here.
Yeah.
One more thing on the Memorial real quick. I know we kind of got off the rails. Imagine that we got off the rails. I've seen a lot of the storyline being like Gossage kind of losing at the end, AB shooting the ridiculous round. Does this change anybody's thoughts on Gannon Burr earlier in the season? Him kind of taking one down at the end? Because I feel like I didn't even think about that. And I was like, oh yeah, Gannon Burr won and like didn't do great at Throw Down the Mountain. So like I was curious if that changed in anyone's opinion of.
I'm going to say this, that maybe I wasn't impressed by anyone's game this weekend. I saw a lot of people missing putts, and I saw a lot of dumb
17
throws.
down. Tyler's still not impressed, man.
Listen, no.
It's not good enough.
Step it up.
It's not good enough.
AB was impressive, but I mean, like it was more like round 3 and 4. Like people were like terrible putting, and they weren't hitting certain shots that I had seen in the weeks prior, where they played tournaments where they had coverage. I was just kind of shocked, so I wasn't super impressed. But I think that Taylor, I think that thought about Gannon just gets overlooked because it's Gannon. So the fact that like Gannon kind of came back the last day and took advantage of the opportunity to come back. I think Gannon's in a better position than I thought he would be at this point in the year. So yeah, I think that's yes to your question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I agree. I didn't really think about him a ton because I feel like I was focused on other random things happening, but I agree. Makes sense.
What kind of tournament is the Memorial?
Googling trying to buy a Wii.
I know, right?
I got one, Corey. I'll bring it to you, man.
I know. I'll bring it to Charlotte when we go. I'll bring my Wii and we're all going to play the golf. I love that. I'm like really good at it. It's like my one thing my brother and I always competed at was the golf one. Of course, shocker. So Corey, what were you going to say? Sorry, we cut you off a little bit.
What kind of tournament was the Memorial? Is it just an A tier or was it a silver?
It's an A tier, but they had a lot of big names there.
It's a stacked field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just curious if that actually Gannon won, but doesn't matter.
But he beat the previous winner and Gossage that was throwing really, really well. Maybe the best thrower of the disc last weekend too. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying. I know.
I guess course comparison, not even the field, but like because you're playing the course, is it as special as like him taking down a pro tour?
I mean, it used to be on the pro tour, but you know, I don't know. I'm just playing devil's advocate. That's all I'm doing.
Though. Of course, I got two more rapid fire takeaways from Memorial that I'm just gonna rip out here real quick because I just thought of them scrolling down the leaderboard. One, I think it's hilarious that Ricky and AB are just absolutely roasting Cupcake on Instagram about how long he takes to putt. The greatest.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
Also,
we need to listen. Bring bullying back in schools. I'm just gonna say that now. Okay. Listen. It made me listen. I got bullied so much. I had a bowl cut in elementary school, and then when I got to middle school, like I was like a goody two shoes, and I got made fun of all the time. And then finally, I stood up to my bully freshman year, and it made a name for myself. And I was never bullied ever again.
Stop saying that.
Stop cutting.
All right, you want to know a fun fact about this real quick? Really, this is really off the rails now. I went home to my mom because someone defaced something that I had done that worked really hard on in the hallway, and they posted it in the hallway. And I went home and I told my mom about it beginning of freshman year in high school. And my mom said, listen, Tyler, like that person at home, she was trying to make me empathize. She was like, maybe that person at home just isn't as loved as you are in their house, and maybe they don't hear about, how good they are or how nice they are or whatever. So what did I do? I used that as ammo. I went back to school and I said to that kid in front of everybody at lunchtime and yelled at him like, nobody loves you in your house, you're trash, and blah, 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 and all this stuff. And that kid, I never saw him after that. I think he went to another school. Like I never.
Oh my gosh, bro! And you were the bully, bro.
Probably. And then but then here's the really sad part is that I did see his picture in the paper several years ago, getting busted for drug charges and selling illegal weapons. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I did feel really guilty when I saw that, and I was like, damn, that's that guy that I absolutely obliterated. But my mom was trying to help me to empathize, and I went and tore him down. It's literally like, I'm not gonna lie to you about this, like I never tell that story. It's the most low moment I think I've ever had in my life because I felt so bad because I was a good kid. I never did that stuff, and it felt good in the moment, but I'm not proud of it. So anyways, yeah, bring bullying back. What was I thinking?
Yeah, but I like this other alternate story where you did that, but really it was your imaginary friend, so everyone's just watching you just yell at nobody.
Can you imagine?
And it was just your
this is gone.
Yeah, I mean, we joke about it now as older, is that we see some of these kids and I'm like, if you were getting bullied, these teenagers would not be doing this stuff. Like it would be, they wouldn't be as dumb, no offense, but like I work with teenagers and I'm like, if you were bullied, you wouldn't be doing this stuff.
Bullying is just another word for accountability.
True that. But no, don't be a bully. But I mean, I like how like when someone's not doing something they're supposed to be doing, that Ricky and what was it, his brother? Ricky, or who was it?
Everyone was AB.
Oh,
Ricky.
Everybody was, yeah.
Ricky made a couple memes, but then everyone was posting it. The next step is call him in competitive
maybe
play.
Just call him on the rules.
Next step is when he takes 45 seconds.
Why was he taking that long?
He always takes that long.
And it was like a 15-footer.
Yeah. He is notoriously known for taking that long to putt every single putt. So it's just normal. But yeah, a little bit of a stinker. But
I'm gonna get a shirt that just says BBB on it, and if you know, you know.
Better business.
All right.
My other one, real quick, I don't know if everybody watched this. Anthony Barella's practice round at Memorial. I think that having it caught on film, black acing a basket that a full group is putting on, may be one of the funniest things that I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, dude, that's so funny.
Yeah. Corey, did you see it?
No, I barely have internet for this. So.
Oh man,
that's fair.
That and Anthony Barella's opener, whatupchess.com subscribers is
yes.
well placed. Corey, you'll see it in a couple days when the post-produced coverage comes out of Anthony Barella's YouTube video, and it's hilarious. He throws a shot, it flips up way too far.
That's a world of disc golf content that maybe I need to be the pioneer of just reaction content. I just need to be the person ripping YouTube videos and just reacting, bro. The post-produced coverage of post-produced coverage.
Dude, please be the Cody Ko of disc golf content.
Exactly, man. I just gotta sit here in my little office, just talk about frisbee videos. That's the life.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah, I also think it was funny how like I had messaged you guys and I was like, oh man, it's gonna really suck for Goose to do final round coverage with Terry because he's been doing it all week. And as soon as I played, I was like, that's not Goose's voice. And I was like, oh, that's Gannon. Goose was like, I'm out.
Hey, see you guys later. I'm going to wake up.
Nah, I'm sure Terry talked and was like, hey, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. And then he was like, yo, Gannon, what's up? Yeah. Come over to my house.
Yeah, I can't imagine something more or less painful sitting down and watching a full round and commentating of yourself missing putts.
Yeah,
losing a tournament.
That's tough to do there.
Are we any bit? I'm just going to throw this out there. Are we any bit concerned about Isaac?
Didn't he just pop 5th place on this one?
Yeah, but he finished 13 strokes behind Gannon.
I feel like no, just because when I think of Isaac Robinson, this is not a course I think of Isaac Robinson excelling at.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I will say, like, I am concerned from a boy, Parker Welk. He was down the list quite a bit.
That is true. And nice to see Jordan Castro up there, by the way.
Yeah, I agree. He popped off, and I liked seeing that name.
Somewhere not nice to see Jordan Castro is apparently he is on probation this year. I don't know what he did, but he is prohibited by the PDGA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Didn't know about this.
I just saw that. Rip. Somebody posted a link of that in the Discord. I forgot that 2 old tournament directors in Nashville can definitely suspend for taking people's money, but that's another story.
Nice. We're getting it out there now.
Bro has some information I don't know about.
I know.
So don't worry about
it. Nice. Any other comments about the Memorial? If not, we'll move on and we'll talk about some world rankings here. So world rankings here. This is the new world ranking system, and this is where they've ranked the top 10. Crazy enough, after AB won, he has not moved a single spot, and he's in 12th place in the world rankings, which there might be an update maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Because they do update on Wednesdays as per what Taylor told us before we went live. So the biggest jumps is Paul Macbeth has gone from 4th to 6th, and Isaac has gone up to 4th from 6th. So here is the top 10 ranking. We got Kelvin at 1, Eagle at 2, which is really not far behind in the points. Then we've got Ricky at 3, Isaac at 4, Gannon at 5, Paul at 6, Simon at 7, Matty O at 8, Kyle Klein at 9, but very close to Matty O. And then Chris Dickerson jumped up into the... I'm sorry, no. Chris Dickerson went down from 9 to 10, and he's still in the top 10, just ahead of Niklas in that top 10. So, any thoughts about that at all? Goose is 15,
is Paul
by
in
the
the
way.
top 10?
Europe maybe. It's the only thing I can say.
2 years is too long.
Apparently, they do the last 2 years. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, that might be too long.
Paul might be a concern with in the future for this season. Like, you know...
I mean, Brody might not even be in the running in 2 years.
Come on, man.
Yeah. I agree. We
packs, man.
Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, we were talking about that off camera about Brody, and the brother said that he does not love disc golf at the moment, and that he spent the entire off season not touching a disc, not looking at a disc, trying to get that fire for when he came back. And he says he played and did not enjoy a single minute of it. But apparently this week he enjoyed his first round in a long time and a practice round. So maybe he's semi-back.
Sick.
Yeah, maybe he's semi-back. That's a 4-year anniversary of when he started in his first pro tour event. I can't believe it's been 4 years already that he's been playing the pro tour. So one thing I will say, I was talking to Taylor about this before we went live. I understand burnout. I played baseball my entire life, was a pretty good player, went to go play at a junior college, and I got hurt, went and did rehab, and I like during rehab I was like, I don't even know if I even like baseball anymore. And then I like stopped playing baseball because I was rehabbing, and then during rehab I was just like, I think I'm done. And then all of a sudden I quit baseball, and then I had wanted nothing to do with baseball. And my girlfriend, now wife at the time, was a softball player at the same college, and I enjoyed just going and watching her play, and I didn't enjoy baseball anymore until like the following year where I actually wanted to like maybe watch baseball anymore. So I think burnout is a real thing. I just think it's real shocking that he did take a whole off season away from it, and yet he said that didn't love it, didn't enjoy it. So I don't know if anyone else has any other comments.
Yeah, no, man, it's tough to see happen. And it is a really weird place to drop that news in the dead middle of a tour life episode with your team captain on the other end.
I was gonna say,
of,
Yuli's face was like priceless. He was like, "How do I take this?"
Like, what's? Hey man, no better way to win the beef than designing the course to take Brody out. And
That
take
is
Corey
true.
out of the podcast.
And take Corey out of the podcast.
So here's what I think about the world rankings. I think understanding how they work, they make sense. My two takeaways is 2 years is too long, and it's crazy to me that like the MPO year of parity where like anybody can win, like the scale of the average points and the drop off from 1 to 10 is a 30% difference in the points at a time where we're like anybody can win an MPO. So I just feel like I don't have any qualms with it other than the 2 year look back, but it's crazy that the scale is that different for how they're aggregating and measuring points.
Yeah, I would. I can see that. I don't know what to think about it yet, to be honest. We'll see. I'm just kind of looking at the list here, and I do see like Ezra Robinson 2 spots ahead of Cole Redolin. I don't know how I feel about that. And now Cole did just drop 2 spots for whatever reason, and somehow Chris Clemens jumped up 4 spots into 21. So, and Andrew Marweed is still sitting at 28, or he moved up to position 28. So I don't know what to think about the world rankings yet, but I do want to make a note about the FPO world rankings. And Kristen Tatar's average points is 165, and the next second place is Owen Scoggins is 76. That's nearly like 100 points, which is like way more than double. It's just incredible how Kristen may never leave number 1 spot. Like, if she like played really bad for the next year and a half, she may never.
This is 2 years.
Yeah.
So she's gonna be there for a while after last year.
Yeah, I mean, Paige Pierce dropped 4 spots. Now she's in 7. So here's a top 10 for females. So FPO. Sorry, Kristen Tatar's 1, Owen Scoggins 2, Evelina 3, Henna 4, Missy 5, Holland 6, Paige Pierce 7, Haley King 8, Ella Hansen 9, and Katrina Allen 10. Like, I'm okay with that list. So then I could say the world rankings I think might be working for FPO. I could agree with that.
That is a good point, Scott, that I think that all events are taken into account. It's just there's weighted differently based on the tier, with majors being pretty heavily weighted. But that does make sense that Ezra did play a lot and do well in the off.
That's true. I will say Holland Haley should be above Henna, in my opinion. Maybe even Evelina, but I'm just biased. And Missy Gannon 5 is also below Henna as well. So
it's interesting too. I feel like there's almost an internal weighting amongst the weighting that exists. Like, to me, in my mind, like of Disc Golf Pro Tour events, like Disc Golf Pro Tour Championship isn't a major, but it's like a sub major, I feel like, in importance. Like, it's kind of right under it. And then when you think about Pro Tour events, like I think about Ledgestone, just I guess because of the payout. I don't know why in my mind like Ledgestone seems super important. Like Maple Hill seems super important. Like, I guess what they've previously made playoff events, like even within Pro Tour events, I almost feel like there's a weighting of like how nice it is to win certain Pro Tour events.
Yeah, I think so too. I would agree with that. Any other comments about world rankings? Anybody
Not at
wants
the
to
moment.
make? All right, everybody's hunky
Corey's
dory.
hanging
So
He's just surviving. Okay,
I know
that's
that's
all
what I
he's doing right
say.
now.
Yeah, he's surviving. He doesn't want to say too much because then it'll glitch him out.
For some reason, I feel like if I don't move, the Wi-Fi can't get worse. But you know,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's talk about Waco coming up. Is there any headlines going into Waco that anyone wants to bring up? I really didn't take a good look, to be honest.
I think the big thing is just they're playing the other course as well.
Yep.
But of all the videos I didn't watch a ton of pro videos, but every pro was like, "Oh no, we're gonna play another course," and they got like 3 holes in there. Like, actually, this is pretty okay. I don't mind this at all, actually. And I was like, but I don't know how that's gonna. I will say, if you're picking a winner, I feel like there were a lot of really solid choices, knowing the normal course, and then now knowing that they've got rounds at this other course. I think really changes that up because I think you could have some people pop off on one or the other.
Yeah,
pretty
I have
easily.
not seen any video of the new course yet. I'm definitely excited just to see how it plays and what it looks like on course. I feel like Waco's almost like a cult following tournament. Like a lot of people really like the beast and really like to watch people play there. So I'm excited to see how another course does and the reaction to it. I'm excited to be.
I feel like the Beast is just like, it feels like just a local course to me that has there's like the front 9 is a bunch of trees, or it's just like a woodsy, really short pitch and putt, and then the back 9 you get out and it's a little bit more like open golf course type. I don't know. It doesn't hold like a lot of weight in my mind of like a pristine course, but I will admit I do enjoy watching it though. So I just find it very fascinating how they keep going to this course. I mean, I guess it's in their history, but
I do agree that that course probably feels the most like a course that like I would find close to me. And maybe that's part of the appeal of it too, is it almost seems like a course that isn't, drastically different from, what your local chucker is going out there.
yeah, I can see that, and I can see that as well. So I just want to go over this real quick. So the last couple winners for MPO for the last several years, I want to go back from 23 down to 17. It would be Kyle Klein, Paul McBeth, Nico LaCastro, Paul McBeth, Jeremy Colling. So very interesting to see what happens this year, because I feel like we get anything out of Waco. I mean, it's weird to say though, because we say that, but then we have like Kyle Klein, Paul McBeth, very accurate throwers that won. Nico LaCastro is good at throwing that flex line in the woods, and there's a lot of shots you can throw that in this spot. So maybe that's an opportunity for Gannon to do something, because Gannon plays that same style of play. FPO goes Kristen Tatar, Valley Hondo, which I think is one of my favorite FPO events that I've ever watched. I thought that was a phenomenal finish with her. And then Kona Panis, Katrina Allen, Paige Pierce. So that's what we have going up. No one wanted to mention how our buddy Anthony Bedanza is making his 2024.
I was waiting for my podium picks for that one, man.
Oh, he was trying to hide them. Yeah, Anthony Bedanza is going to give it a run. So, Anthony, if you hear this, good luck, buddy. Get it going.
Hey, there he is.
There he is.
So, Matt, I guess in your opinion, how much does the other course change who you're going to pick? This is also self-serving for what I pick my podium later, but since I haven't looked at it all, does it genuinely change like who you think has a good shot to win this weekend?
Yeah, it does. So I will say I watched more of the Beast than I did of this other course. But what I did watch this other course, hole 1 is a par 4 that you should be able to throw far, and you should be able to throw a good placement. Hole 2 is a water carry, and if you can throw over 400 like easily, you can carry so much farther. And like I saw that happening in a lot of other things. So it changes it enough. I feel like I haven't seen the back 9 enough. Unless it goes crazy and that course just goes wooded in the back 9, that would mess me up. But I think, and Corey's gone, I think it will change it will change who I pick pretty drastically. So
One thing I will say is that the MPO, I'm gonna give you some stats real quick. The other course they're playing, the golf club, is 10,500 feet and it's playing a par 64. So just to like run the math on for that real quick, I want to say how many yards or how many feet that is per like par. So it's 164 feet per par per like one stroke, I guess,
yeah.
per stroke, which is pretty far. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm kind of just taking a look at it. It looks fairly open, so people could shred. If there's a bunch of, let me look at the scorecard for MBO. There's a lot of par fours. There's a lot of par.
they were making their own OB. They weren't just relying on, okay, there is water along this thing. Like there was a decent amount of OB placed on there. So I think that's a relevant part there. It's like, okay, they're actually doing stuff there. So I think it will change who I pick.
Yeah. Well, before we get into anything further, Matt, why don't we get into your segment?
Oh, this is going to be so interesting because getting Corey in here for this segment is going to be really tough.
Is this working any better?
We can hear you,
but you're like vertical.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I can rotate you manually.
Oh wait,
you're almost inverted.
Wait. All right. Well, on my side, it's inverted.
There you go.
Wait, why? Oh, it didn't rotate at all.
No, it was just chilling.
Oh, there, it's good now. Yeah.
Kinda.
So
it looks like
you're
crap.
at least right side up now. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're skinny,
Yeah.
but you're
We
in
can
here.
at least we can make eye contact.
I
now.
can see you.
Yeah.
I can zoom
All
in
right.
on if you want.
Yeah, he'll get you
Sure.
taken.
I don't know.
He'll get you taken care of. Okay, here is.
It keeps the shape. Oh, this is.
We're doing it. We're doing it live.
Here is the game. All right, I'm gonna run you through it. We're doing a little flight numbers game. So
All right.
each of you will get a guess that you will message me over Discord. I will give you the name of a disc. You will get a guess, and you will say, hey, I think, let's take the Innovative Destroyer, for instance. You'll say, I think the flight numbers for the Innovative Destroyer are 12, 5, negative 1, 3.
So we're telling you the flight numbers.
You're telling me the flight numbers of those. I'm giving you a disc name from a company. 12, 5, negative 1, 3. You're texting, or you're Discording me that. And then if you are spot on, you get 2 points. If no one's spot on, whoever's the closest gets 1 point. Okay? And that's just straight closest numbers here.
Hey,
okay? And we're going to make it – I'm going to try and go up in difficulty, but I did throw some kind of interesting ones on there. I tried to get a couple from each company. Let's start with the –
Wait. Where are we putting these numbers?
Direct message him.
Direct message me on Discord.
Oh, okay.
Or text me if you want to text me that.
Or Facebook Messenger.
Or Facebook Messenger.
Actually,
or
Facebook is down right now, so you can't do that.
Okay, Venmo, but you have to send me 1 penny for every message.
Every time. Yes.
PayPal, but use the goods and services fee, please.
Oh.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the first one here. I feel like this is a relatively easy one, especially for Corey here. Text me the flight numbers of the Discraft Scorch.
Cake.
Poop. I don't know any Scraft, man.
This one's just for Corey here.
I want to see
Okay,
how wrong I am.
Okay, I've got one from Tyler, one from Taylor. Uh-oh. Now just waiting on Big Dog to send it over.
Somebody tell Scott, don't put it in the chat.
I think this
Put
is
it in the
it.
chat, Scott.
Also,
I need help. Who's a Scraft fan?
I want to know my scarf.
Yeah, he doesn't want to.
Liverpool,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, Taylor or Corey, what?
Look at the pictures that are in our DMs.
I am aware they're bizarre. Okay. So I'm going to tell you everyone's guesses for the Discraft Scorch.
Ew, hold on. We got to stop real quick. Scott, glory, man, you suck. You're a Man U fan? Oh, my God.
Oh, crap. I messed up.
I gave you a
Corey
chance.
messed up. Okay,
So keep going. Sorry.
So I will start with Corey's. Corey guessed the Discraft Scorch was an 11.6 -1.3.
I know that's wrong.
Let's go.
I know that's wrong.
Tyler guessed the Discraft Scorch was an 11.6 -2.2, which is correct.
Yes. I was thinking it was one.
Taylor guessed that it is an 8.5 -3.1.
Let's go. He was
Sounds
close.
like a flippy fairway.
No, it is flippy from my understanding.
Yeah. I was thinking because it's very similar. It's one glide higher than a Surge SS, and I put down the Surge.
That's the reason I picked it, because you did a video about Scorch SS versus Surge. I picked it for that reason.
I know.
Right. Bro, I was trying to give you one here. Okay. We're going to keep it in Discraft.
Can't we go to Daredevil?
And we're going to go with a Big Z Thrasher.
Big Z don't matter. Get out of here.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to specify Big Z. Just Thrasher. It's just a Thrasher. Tell me the flight numbers of the Thrasher from Discraft.
Does anybody in the chat know what a Thrasher is?
Don't put it out there for him. I'm gonna smoke this.
I am so sorry to tell you this, but I did not put a single infinite disc on here.
Rigged.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, did you put Innova?
Yeah, I put one end of a disc, but I was trying to change it up. A couple of easy ones and then move away from there.
Yeah, but that's infinite.
Yeah, but okay. Okay, I'm getting a couple things. Taylor got fancy and gave me bars on mine. I don't mind. 11. Okay. Okay, the Discraft guy of the group is embarrassing me.
Put him in a body bag. Goodness.
Got him.
The Discraft Thrasher is an 11.5 -3.2.
Wait, what?
Oh, it's not.
The Thrasher
is a 12.
Thrash is a 12 speed.
12.5 -3.2. I promise you.
Not. Oh no, you are right. Discraft has an incorrect flight chart on their website. If you read below in the description, it's the right one. 12.5 -3.2. Okay.
Get it together.
So,
yeah, Shrek, get out of here.
Both.
What were you trying to say? The Discraft guy is what, embarrassing?
Yeah. Well, I thought you were. You already embarrassed us once.
Huh? No, I mistaken myself.
Hey. Taylor got closer here. So Taylor guessed 10.5 -1.2. Completely Corey and Tyler both guessed the correct flight numbers.
You should get 1 point removed from Matt.
Dude, I'm looking at the Discraft website, bro. They're hating on me for real. Okay, we're gonna move away. Yeah, we're gonna move away from Discraft here. And we're going to move into trilogy discs. So I have 3 trilogy discs here, one from each company. And we are going to start. This is really where I think we're going to have a guess here. We're going to start with the Latitude 64 Burst. Saint. I don't know why I'm saying all these names wrong. The Latitude 64 Saint. Please send me your guesses on what you guess Latitude 64 calls this. And I will give a hint. It is a fairway driver.
Can you not be giving out hints? Goodness gracious. I got this in the bag.
What? I didn't know you were. Are you a big trilogy guy, Tyler?
I was. When I first started in disc golf, I was. Now, I might get this wrong.
Latitude 64.
I might get this wrong because I know the first 2 numbers, but I'm not sure about the next 2 numbers.
Okay.
I don't think this is right.
Okay, so the Saints numbers are 9.7 -2.1. So
Sad.
Corey,
No way.
Who's capping, bro?
no, dude, a lot of the latitude
It's
stuff.
not a -2-1. It's a -1-2.
Oh my gosh, I'm not reading this right, but I was giving Tyler the credit. I just punched my monitor. Oops, that was a large purchase. Tyler got that right again. Tyler's just the goat of this, apparently.
Bro, I was just off on the glide and I put 6 because I was like, latitude says everything's dumb glidey, so I put 6 instead of 5. And they're out here putting 7?
They say stuff is crazy dumb glidey.
What is happening, man?
Let's change it up.
That's easily a top 3 moment Taylor
That's
just had.
illegal.
Yeah, dude, everything is glidey.
It's very. I have one. I'll bring it to Charlotte. It's very glidey.
Yeah, I also have a Saint. Okay, we're changing over to the little cousin that no one talks about. The West Side Discs. I want you to tell me the flight numbers for the West Side Discs Underworld.
In the bag.
Ooh. I should know this.
I didn't think Tyler was lights out of this, and I thought it was only Discmania, and I don't realize now I didn't even put any Discmania on the list.
I think I got that wrong, but that's my best guess.
So it's the Underworld. I famously had one of these and never trusted it, and then I threw it in the pond, and it was the best decision for my game ever.
I know someone who throws this, and I've found one of these before, and I wanted to throw it. So
Yeah, it's so flippy, but I do know a guy who throws it really well.
So I'm a math guy, so I can remember numbers. So once I see it once, I'll almost always remember it. So don't flash your social security card.
Yeah, that's the issue, though, is I've never seen half of these discs.
I have done an equal spread from many companies, but you also
the 7 glide mentally boomed me.
He's definitely been favoring the companies that start with a D, though.
Yeah, that is true, unfortunately.
Daredevil.
Daredevil.
I will start you with Taylor's guess. Taylor's guess is at 12, 90,000, -32, which is a great guess and almost wins it. Completely Corey guessed a 5601, and Mr. Tyler guessed a 76 -31, which is exactly what it is. A 76 -31 here. Okay.
I must be thinking of a different disc then, because
I'm cultured, okay? I pay attention to everything.
We're almost at a dynamic. Let's hit the main dynamic here. I want you guys to tell me the flight numbers for the Dynamic Discs Evader.
Evader?
The Evader.
Oh, boy.
So tell me the flight disc. And once again, I will say it is a fairway driver. So.
Wait. Why did you say Evader like that?
It's spelled Evader because an invader is from Innova.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't trying to trip you up. He was actually just looking for the honest. He was looking for the honest truth there.
This might be a tough one because it's got some funky numbers.
Dynamic does all the like half numbers. That's what's throwing. I didn't know if I need to throw a half number in here.
There might be a half here.
So
I'm going with the halves.
Only on glide, and it's 9.5.
Corey, you are our last attempt here.
If I get this right, I'm goated. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay, I will say you were all relatively close. You all knew it was an overstable fairway driver. But this one is going to go evenly to Taylor and Tyler because the Dynamic
board, baby.
Evader is a 7.4.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I lied.
What?
Maybe not Taylor. No, it is a 7.402.5. Tyler wins by like a half point.
I said it was a minus half a turn.
Yeah. You were so close there.
I almost had the exact.
Tyler does actually sneak it out. I'm not paying attention to the glide on these puppies.
What did Taylor say? Taylor, what did you guess?
7502.
7502, which is a very that's a reasonable guess for a lot of these. So Tyler gets the 1 point there. Okay, we're gonna change it up. We're gonna go to the Gateway Discs Shaman. I need you to tell me what the flight numbers for the Gateway Discs Shaman are. If you don't know, it is a putter. I'll give you that information.
Thank you for letting me know that. I was about to put an 11 speed in there.
Dude, Gateway. I looked at like 15 of their molds, and I was like, The only one that's even decently known is the Wizard, which is 2 known, and the Shaman, and it's all from Connor at Foundation. So I just had to go with that one.
You literally just copy pasting his bag.
Yeah, this is all his bag. Okay, so the Gateway Discs Shaman. Is everyone having their guesses?
I think I sent
I
it to
kind of
you.
want to change mine, but I'm gonna stick with it.
If you'd like to change it, you can. I will give you the option. I have yet. Okay,
No,
change it up.
Hold on.
I have not
Google,
said the number.
Google,
All right, here we go.
Google slow for him.
What did you change about that?
I changed the
Oh, I
glide.
see. Okay. The Gateway Disc Shaman is a 3/3 -1/1.
Should've changed
And it looks like
Corey's having a blast.
no, wait.
It's so much fun.
Corey has it. Corey has it. He said it was a 3/3/0/1, beating out Tyler's 3/4 -1/1. Or they're evenly matched. So I guess you guys will both get a point for that. So Tyler and Corey both get a point. Someone would love Taylor to get a point though.
I would have whiffed if you didn't say putter.
Are you serious?
I knew it was a straight flyer, but I didn't know it was a putter.
Okay.
Every time Connor throws it, I think it's a mid.
It's pretty
It's kind of
like, I
like
think
it's kind of
really close.
tomb-esque, where it's like really shallow, but it's a small diameter.
Oh
So
my
it's
God, with the tomb.
So,
Taylor, I want you to know at the tournament I went to, I dug through until I found their infinite supply, and then I dug through to attempt to find a tomb to buy, and they did not have any. So
I will
lost my-
say, to the point of this game, if you ask me the flight numbers of the tomb right now, I probably couldn't tell you.
3401.
I have a guess, but I would say
I think-
3401. But
I thought you said it was 3/4 -1/2, but I could be crazy. Okay, we're changing over to Innova Discs. Innova, as anyone new to disc golf says. And we are going with the Innova. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. The Innova Skeeter. Tell me the
Classic.
flight
a
numbers.
classic disc,
Skeeter.
bro.
Corey's like, help me, brother.
Dude.
Dude, if you did not have a
you
beat up
whiffed on this
Skeeter
craft, man.
somewhere, how were you surviving?
I have no
Skeeter's
idea
good.
what this is.
Because I was putting with Innova drivers, okay?
He was putting with the 2022 putter.
Let
of
me
the
tell you
year
what.
before
Yeah,
it came
that as
out.
well.
All
The
right,
Skeeter
hold on.
is such a fun disc. Just it feels so weird.
Hold on, I'm getting there. I don't know.
I'll be honest. I think if I could replace my whole bag with old Innova discs, DX discs, I might.
Bro,
Just 'cause of
it's
how fun
so funny you said that. I've had this thought recently of just going to the factory second store and like buying my just initial just random Innova bag and just starting over. You know, like give me some Valkyries, give me some Novas. I'm chilling, man.
Dude, I used to throw Nova. I used to throw Valkyries a ton. Okay, we have our responses here. I forgot. Innova is so funny because they have just so many discs. Tyler has guessed it. The Skeeter is a 5302. Taylor has guessed that it is a 55 -2/1. And Corey has guessed that it is a 1-2 -2/1. And Taylor takes it down. He is off
I'm on the
by
board.
one turn. It
I'm on
is
the
a
board. Oh, I
negative.
almost put
2,
three.
but
So what's the
he's-
flight numbers?
it is a 55 -1/1.
Oh, I got the speed right. Okay.
Yeah. No, you weren't. To be clear, you weren't that far off there.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like I was being influenced by every Skeeter in the world's DX and has been run over by a lawnmower.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, I have never thrown a Skeeter that is overstable or even straight in any capacity. Okay, this next one we're gonna need some help with. We're going to the Yikun discs, and I need the flight numbers for the Yikun discs view, and I will give you a note. It is a fairway driver.
It keeps
Can you
helping
spell
us.
that?
VUE.
No, I really need to help you for this one. I looked through their whole lineup for like 10 minutes.
VUE.
Do not
Can you use
Google
it in a sentence?
Yikun. Man, those Yikun discs are a little weird.
A little
Yeek.
goated.
I yeeted the Yikun view.
When my buddy handed me a Yikun hammer, I almost punched him in the head. Okay, send in your flight numbers here.
All right, I have no idea.
Okay, let's see here. Completely Corey has sent his in. Tyler sent his in. Okay, the Yikun Discs view is a 7.6 negative 3.51. And I'm going to have to do a little bit of
Quick
calculating.
maths.
What?
Quick maths.
Because I have to see how many different you guys put it.
I'm not too. I mean, it's
Okay.
understable 7-speed. I chose that.
Yeah, you did choose that. Wait, do you qualify
Why did you
that?
choose that?
Would you qualify that as an understable 7-speed? The
Yeah.
flight numbers you sent in?
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I mean,
Okay.
it'd be straight. It'd be stable. I would call it stable.
What did you say?
7.5 negative 1.2. He said
Okay.
-3, which is understable.
Okay. And I will tell you that once again, Taylor and Tyler have tied perfectly. So they both get a point for this. Tyler's kind of running away with this thing, but Taylor's on the board, and that in itself is a W.
If Matt didn't tell us what these discs were, I would never be close.
Well, that's why I wanted to give a little
This is
hint.
bull crap.
I thought you were a connoisseur of
Hey,
the
you got this
sport,
graph
Corey.
wrong, Corey. You can't say anything.
Yeah, bro. I gave a
got the
zone,
sports wrong.
and bro said a 5.404. What? All right, well, let's go really crazy for these last two, and I'm gonna double up the points here on just the exact flight numbers. Okay?
Just because
my
I'm running
comeback.
away with it.
This is my comeback. Let's go.
And we're going to Barbarian Discs for 2 discs.
Yeah.
Know what? I asked specifically if Taylor
Hey,
would know this
no more hints anymore of what
No
speed
more
it
hints.
is. We're going hard mode.
We're gonna start with the. This cannot be its full name. How do they expect anything to happen here? The Thunder God Thor.
You know what else is called the Thunder God Thor?
What is it?
What?
Hey guys, my girlfriend's mom doesn't know anything about disc golf, but she bought me this very nice mug.
That's so sick.
That's nice. Embroidered.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Bro, you guys want to know how lame I am? That made me think of that logo. I have on my high school class ring, I have a disc golf basket that looks almost exactly like that. It's one of the engravings.
Let's go.
I have no
Okay.
idea what the Thunder
DG
God
for
Thor-
life.
Dude, I love Barbra Streisand discs.
I'm gonna have to do work here too.
I was Thor, and I was a.
What's
How
the
would I
speed
fly?
of the disc?
No hints.
What's
This is double
Wait,
points.
Hey,
we all-
the only thing I know about this disc is it's beefy.
Has
Okay,
to be, right?
Corey has given you a hint. Yeah, if this was a flippy fairway driver and it was called the Thunder God Thor, I would cry myself to sleep.
Has everyone guessed? Or are you
No,
waiting to the very
Taylor-
end?
Taylor
I'm
is. Oh, he's in. Okay, so the Thunder God Thor is a 14.502. I believe.
I was on the money.
That's 4. That's 6. Yeah, Corey was on the. No, Corey was not on the money. Taylor takes this one down
No way.
for a more general flight number, but set of flight numbers. But it is actually closer because that's a 5 difference. That's a 2 difference. That's a 3 difference.
So he gets
Corey
2
was-
points.
Corey was 6 off, and 9 off, and Taylor was 4-2. Yep, 6 off. So Taylor gets 2 points.
I wasn't that far off.
So we're gonna end it with one more. We're gonna go back to Innova for this one, but I just kind of wanted to throw something out here on the distance driver side. And if you know Joel Freeman, you will be in good shape right now. I
Here.
want you to tell me
It's a
the
rhino.
flight
savant.
numbers for the Mystere. The Innova Mystere.
Always get the
Done.
Mystere and the Mirage backwards.
Yeah, those are honestly, now I'm saying it. No, it is the Mystere that Joe Freeman also throws, I think. This is, once again, worth double points here for the Innova Mystere.
I'm pretty sure it's this.
This is our last one here. So I think if Taylor popped off, he could make it. He could make a move here.
If I dot this one,
If you dot this one,
I think it's that.
there's some motion. And what did completely Corey write? Completely Corey
Does
just.
anybody else think it's weird that he says completely Corey,
Yeah, I
but he
think
says
it's-
Tyler and Taylor?
Yeah, I almost started calling Tyler Mr. Tulowinski.
no,
I
I didn't dot it. I hate to disappoint you guys.
Yeah, he did not dot it. Tyler almost dotted it. The Mystere is an 11-6, -2-2.
It's the same thing as a Scorch. I knew that. Dang
Yeah,
it.
but great job on Tyler's part, who just diced us up, and I did not realize Tyler was this much of a flight number goat.
I spent a lot of time on the trydisc.com, which Taylor said something to me, so I saw a lot of flight numbers.
Yeah, I was trying to get them in such random companies and variations that you guys would not have some idea, but those first couple just linked, got them. All right, that ends my segment on flight numbers.
Boom.
And yet no Daredevil.
And no Daredevil in there.
Well, let's jump right into it. Let's get some predictions for this weekend for Waco. So just to give a points update for everybody, Taylor smashed it. Not really smashed it, but did smash it. He did. He guessed the winner, which was AB, and he also had the best dark horse. So whoever has the best dark horse pick, which was Albert Tom, gets a 1 point. And Corey and I were close. I think we were one behind with our guesses, but Matt was nowhere near close because he chose someone here that didn't even play.
Hey, isn't this the second time this has happened?
Tough.
To who?
Me.
I think so.
We've had 2 weeks, and I've failed both times. What?
I have no idea. But one thing I want to do real quick is we're going to choose our 3 picks. I'll say who goes first and who goes last. But I want to pull up Waco 24. Pull up
I
the
should probably
list of
see
people
who's
Yeah, I
playing.
just in case you don't pick the wrong guy. So here's the thing: is we are using the new world rankings for the top outside the top 40 pick. So it's the PDGA new world rankings. So you can make a pick, and I'll keep my eye on the world rankings, and I'll tell you yes or no if you can choose it. Let me pull it up. I had it up and then it went away. Oh, here it is. Okay, cool.
Am I idiot? Where do you find registration?
I just went to the PDGA tour.
I just googled PDGA Waco 24.
Taylor, I just pop in the Discord.
Yeah.
My
There you go.
goat.
All right. So here's the oh yeah, and also I forgot to say Corey did get a point because one of his guys got on the podium, which was Goose. So Corey's on the board. So Taylor's got 4, Corey's got 1, Matt and I goose eggs. That's right. So the order will be, since I went last week, I'll go first this week, then Matt, then Corey, then Taylor. And so you get to choose 3 guys, and then coming back down, I think it'll be Taylor's turn to choose a dark horse first, and it'll come back down my way. So I get first rip at Waco.
So interesting.
And I think, man, I so badly want to go super safe, but maybe not totally safe. I'm going to go with Gannon. He'll be my first pick.
It's reasonable. I'm gonna take Cole Radalin, my first pick.
I'm going to take Iguodala.
Big LeBron James.
All right, Corey, you get to take the next pick.
Okay. I'm gonna go Kevin Heimberg.
Kevin
I was gonna take Kevin's. That stinks.
Oh, I gotta pick 2 older.
Dang.
He's not prepared for this.
I'm prepared. I'm gonna take 1 for Richard Wysocki,
Dang it! I wanted to get him on the comeback.
and on the comeback, I'm gonna get Mr. Isaac Robinson.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a very good one to take right there.
Can we start calling Ricky Wysocki Dick Sock?
Dick Sock.
Dick Sock.
Oh, come on, Dick Sock.
You want to know something funny about that? Is that when we were kids with my cousins, we used to always tell each other, "Stop being such a Richard."
Yeah.
My parents had no idea for the longest time. All right, Corey, you get the pick again, buddy.
Wait, who did you just say on your second one?
All right, you're
Isaac.
taking too long. Matt, you're up next.
All right, I'm gonna take.
No, I'm just kidding. He
I
said
still have 45 seconds to punt. Okay.
he took Ricky and Isaac.
Oh, and Isaac. Okay.
How original, jeez.
I'm gonna go Marty O.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go Kyle Klein.
You guys are taking all my picks, man. I chose
Sorry,
all
brother.
those guys last week. Watch, they'll actually get in the top 3
We'll
for
actually
y'all.
get the top 3 this
but
time.
won't
So
even get in
4,
the
5,
top 3
6.
for me. Okay, so now I got 2 picks. Dang, this is gonna suck. Oh man! All right. Well, I think a safe pick would be this. I'm gonna take Nicholas,
Yeah, it's a safe pick.
and then I get one more. Dang. I can't believe no one took AB.
Wait, are you actually taking AB?
Wait. We should come up with something where it's like if we take outside the top 40 guy in our podium and they get on the podium, it equates to getting 3 points like a win.
That would be spicy.
That would be spicy. We won't do that this week, but we can talk about
the Dark Horse Plus.
Yeah. You take a risk on somebody, then okay. Man, I so badly want to. I'm gonna take Chris Dickerson.
Okay. I was thinking
I was thinking him too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It is my turn. I'm gonna take. This is just the most biased thing I've ever said, but I guess I'm gonna say it. Can I take James Proctor?
Procty, the proctologist.
This is only biased because of just the practice rounds I watched with him, and no data is being used to back this decision.
Yeah. He was throwing some darts.
I was thinking about him.
All right, Corey.
I'm gonna go Ezra Aderhold. I think he's gonna pop off on this one.
I hope you keep saying that every week. I'm going Ezra, man. I think this is the week he's gonna pop off.
I was thinking about
Ezra
Proctor.
before this.
What?
When did I go Ezra before this?
I feel like you've taken Ezra as something else that we've chosen.
Unrelated to this event.
Didn't we only choose one?
What do you mean another similar style?
Well, I'm gonna pull up our way too early picks for until Champions Cup, and there I think we chose.
Oh yeah, I think there's one on there with Ezra.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Proctor, but I do know that my pick for this tournament was Ezra Robinson, so I'm just gonna keep the brothers intact and put Ezra there as well.
Rob?
Yeah, E-Rob.
E-Rob.
And I'm super glad I get the first Dark Horse pick because I have faith that Gavin Rathbun is going to do well at this event. He had to qualify in.
Ooh.
Put some respect on Gavin Rathbun, man.
He didn't get a special invite. Corey, you get to go next. Fun fact, who we picked to win this event, Corey picked Chris Dickerson. Taylor picked Ezra Robinson. I picked KJ. That's not happening. And then Matt picked Matty O. So
dang, I forgot I picked Matty O for this.
So there's some interesting. All right, Corey, who is your outside top 40 dark horse?
Luke Humphreys.
Hey.
I don't even need to check that. I know he's outside the top 40.
He's going to show up, play really good, and then not play any other tournament well.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he did that one year. It's crazy.
Yep.
What is Luke Humphreys on the list?
61.
He's 61. 61, not bad.
Came out
Yeah.
and balled out at like Vegas. And did he do out Waco too? And then just like fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah. He won, I think, both. Or no, he almost won Vegas. No, he didn't win Waco. Never mind. He came in.
He was up there though.
Yeah. All right, Matt, who you got?
The fact that none of us have taken this, the fact that Corey didn't take this is so ratchet, dude. I'm going to make my underdog, of course, Anthony Bedanza, bro.
Dumb.
At least
Lowest rated player in the field.
lowest rated player in the field. Got on from Prodigy's. He's wearing Prodigy's stuff at this event, but you got to at least give him a little respect just for the love. Just for the love of the game, really.
Well,
But
to
he was
be
throwing
honest, I'm
terribly in his practice. He had
I'm
no idea
looking
how
at the
anything
world
flew out of his-
rankings. I'm looking at the world rankings, and it ends at 100. So that's why I didn't think about him.
Oh,
Got him. Got
Dude,
him.
that's wrong. I'm gonna tell him. I'm always thinking about you, Anthony, bro.
I'll text them that right now.
teammate right there.
I really wish this was the other world rankings, because I would be taking an individual that has a phenomenal forehand. But let me
Jeremy
just
Gold.
Is he a crybaby?
no, not Chandler.
Okay.
I just gotta check to make sure this person's playing. Okay, he is. I'm think. Let me just go double check. All right, one more. Yeah. No. Where is he? All right, there he is. Okay. Who's Evan? All right, I'm going to Evan Smith.
Which one? Describe
No.
him.
Oh, hold on. No.
See?
Bro confused him. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think I'm off. Hold on.
Okay, I think Chris.
I will say, in what I was watching, there was a lot of like
Hold on.
interesting shots to throw a forehand on.
Oh, Ed, I'm not gonna say anymore.
Hold on. I still gotta.
Forgot about.
Yeah,
this.
no, I can't choose Evan Smith. He's in the top 40. That's my fault. Oh man. I wonder. Gosh dang it. Oh, I think I gotta check to see if these guys are playing in the tournament or not. That's the problem.
Oh, he's above 40. I can say it. I low key think Bradley Willie could tear this thing up too.
Yeah, I looked at him too. All right, hold on. Let me just make sure. Is Kale outside the top 40? Kale LaVisca?
I know Broccoli is.
Yeah, he's at 91, and that's a great
Certainly
pick.
so.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Kale LaVisca.
Because he almost, if Nico didn't get super lucky with that wind bounce throw in on 17, Kale would have taken this thing down when Nico did.
Yeah, I chose him last week. I'm gonna do it again this week, and
He believes.
he almost got it done. This is a good course for Kale. I think.
Tyler's gonna keep choosing until he takes a W.
I'm gonna keep
I
choosing.
like
All right, so here's who we got. So I've got Gannon, Niklas, Chris Dickerson, and my dark horse is Kale. Matt has got Cole, Kyle, and James Proctor, and he's got Bedanza for his dark. Corey's got Calvin Matteo, Ezra Aderhold, and Luke Humphreys. Watch Luke Humphreys actually pop off. That would be wild. And then we got Ricky, Isaac, E. Rob, and Gavin Rathbun for Taylor. So we'll see if I think Ricky. I almost chose Ricky right off the rip because I think Ricky. I think he's in the best position he's been in at the start of the season in a long time. So we shall definitely see. So
Where's Paul?
any other last comments you want to make about Waco before we wrap this bad boy up?
Excited to watch.
Yeah, I like this tournament.
Yeah, I really like the course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really care for the Texas States and all that stuff, but I like this course. I like seeing some guys struggle on some of the short stuff.
Mhm.
So, So,
Yeah, and I'll go ahead and say it.
oh,
I don't care that you broke your elbow.
How long was he keeping that one locked up?
I'm just saying.
who did break their elbow, or who hurt their elbow recently? We'll call them out right now. Haley King. Haley King. Corey doesn't care that you broke your elbow.
I don't care that you broke your elbow.
Oh,
I'm gonna say it.
Haley King, we don't care that you peed in someone's yard.
Oh my gosh, that's not true. Oh man, I wish
It was me.
I wish
was
we'd have something
discriminating.
like that. So, all right, everybody, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next week for another episode. And stay dirty.
Better Wi-Fi.
And go bully somebody. Have a great night. See you later. Peace.
Yep.
Peace.
Break your elbow.